Michael Zerafa, 2 days out. I've known you about 6 years. I've never seen you look this close to weight, energised, revitalised. How do you feel, bro?
I feel, honestly, I know every fighter says that, but this is honestly the best I've ever felt. I've stayed low. I haven't got in amongst all the chaos, and the promoters have tried to make me the villain and do the bad talking and stuff. But you know what? I knocked it all back, and it actually affected me on the business side of things. But I wanted the clarity, and I want people to really see Michael Zerafa too. I know I go out there and put on a lot of the Keith Thurman act and whatnot, and obviously I definitely can't talk as good as him. But look, I just wanted to be fully focused on this fight, and whatever the outcome is, just leave it all in the ring. I don't want to be caught up and have that extra pressure of I'm going to knock you out and trash talk and this and that. And they always try to throw the Tim Tszyu thing at me and whatnot, but one fight at a time, that's all I'm doing.
They threw the question to you about Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's coming off two losses, one devastating loss. You've been there yourself, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
When we look back 2-3 years ago, Tszyu, Zerafa, Tszyu, everyone was pro Tszyu, right? Now, do you think, and you feel in your heart, your family and everyone, the narrative's changed?
Look, I mean, you're always going to have the Zerafa supporters and the Tszyu supporters, but yeah, look, there's a lot of comments I do see and stuff where it's like, it's a 50-50 fight, because when I'm on, and everyone that knows boxing knows when, the right Michael Zerafa rocks up, I'm a hard man to beat. And, I just had a conversation with Glenn Jennings and he said the same thing. When Zerafa's on, he's a very hard man to beat. And it's a fight the Australian fans want. But, outside the ring, I've got nothing against him. Everyone thinks I hate him. I mean, we have obviously got that personality clash. He's a little bit more quiet than I am and whatnot, but he's done nothing to me. I mean, I've got nothing against him or his family. His dad's an absolute legend of the sport. The last name Tszyu is the famous last name. But obviously when we're fighting each other, we hate each other and whatnot, and we've got to go back and forth. But as Aussies, I wish him all the best. Hopefully he comes out there and, we both get wins and it does move forward to a bigger and better fight for us.
In terms of the fight, though, if it was to happen, whether he wins against Joey or not, if this happened to him, what do you see? Do you see a lot closer fight, and Tszyu, after what you've seen with Buck Run?
I thought the same before the losses. As a fighter, styles make fights, and look, it's a hard fight. Tim's world class, and I believe I'm world class. But I just feel like I bring that little bit extra, that aggressiveness, that size, the experience. I don't know. I just feel like I'm all around that more polished fighter. But in saying that, hey brother. In saying that, we've got to go out there and prove that once that fight happens.
What do you look to, you and your team, if you get past Besir Ay? He's no slouch, this guy. 19-1, bit of a rugged guy. He's tough. For people that don't know and say that Zerafa's just fight another guy, they don't know. This guy could be one of the toughest guys on the card.
100%, and he's awkward as hell. He's a switcher. He's a southpaw. And I had a list, and I could have picked anybody. Literally, it was my first, fight of this contract, the big contract that I've signed with No Limit and Fox Sports, and. They said I could have picked anybody. I could have fought you for all that matters. But, I went out there and picked a guy that was 19-1, and he was the toughest on the list. And, coming from Germany, and he's been training out of Johnny's Boxing, I think, in Thailand. So he's flown 21 hours to be here. So he's not mucking around. But I feel like, the way I've positioned myself in the camp with Manito Donaire and everybody that I've had in my corner leading to this fight, I truly believe I'm going to go out there and make a statement. I feel good. This is the best I've ever felt.